And we're back.
You ready to hear about Naruto?
I have some Naruto to talk about. Okay, so as per last episode... Oh, shit. As per last episode, in case you missed it, we were reading an article of top 10 missed story opportunities in Naruto. And I'm going the wrong direction.
I got to number 9. So I said what number 10 was, and then I got to number 9, and then James had opinions. So...
Okay, well, yeah, so they're talking about... read the title. Read the title of this particular bit again, like that entry.
Also, again, spoilers for Naruto.
Oh yeah, like all of it, because this shit. Naruto distracted me.
Obliterated.
But yeah, this talks about literally the very last thing in Naruto.
Yeah,
so
spoilers for Naruto. Yes. So the article is 10 missed story opportunities in Naruto. Number 10 was something about Sakura. Number 9 is that there are much better choices for the series' ultimate villain. That being Kaguya.
Yeah, Kaguya something.
It just says Kaguya in there.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, I forget her name. She's like some god queen alien that invented jutsu or some such crap.
As opposed to, the myth of Princess Kaguya who just fucked off and went to live on the moon.
Probably based on that in some respects.
Well, yeah, Princess Kaguya lives on the moon. She's the moon princess.
She's the moon princess. Okay, so yeah, what happened? The only reason Kaguya needed to exist is because the author of Naruto, whose name I forget, because I keep wanting to say Oda, and that's One Piece.
Do you want me to look it up?
No, I don't care. So Madara Uchiha had been the villain for 300 boring chapters. And... Obliterate again. I can't talk about Naruto and play this game at the same time.
Well, you're gonna. You wanted to.
I need to be more patient. I keep trying to run past things. Okay, so yeah, Madara Uchiha was a villain for 300 boring chapters, and he had all the powers, and he was the coolest. He was an immortal zombie. He had the first Hokage cells in him, so he could use the first Hokage's super unique wood jutsu, or some such crap.
Naruto is stupid.
Yeah, and okay, and then he got written into a corner because Madara had become so unbeatable, and the characters were like, we can't beat him, he's unkillable, we can't do anything. So then God just comes down and obliterates him. Just because. And then they fight her for like 10 chapters, and she's like, I was the villain all along, idiot. And it goes into a weird like prophecy story. In a manga about how hard work and determination can overcome all predispositions. It's all about prophecy and legend and reincarnations of ancient, like, mythos and stuff like that.
Yeah, it pulls the haha, you never had to work hard because you were predestined to do it.
Yeah, Naruto, you were special all along. You didn't need to work hard at all. And he never does work hard. There's a really, really good Plague of Gripes video essay about, it's called, like, Naruto, the Biggest Hypocrite or something like that. And it's worth a watch. If you want a breakdown of how Naruto's message falls apart really early on. Because there are parts to like about Naruto. I know I'm sat here shitting on it real big right now.
You have told me things that you enjoy.
There are cool things about Naruto. We'll get to that. And we might piss around and play like Ultimate Ninja Storm for a one-off episode. I feel like a versus episode every now and then.
It's on the list.
Yeah, it's in the cards in the future. Okay, so, anyway, sorry about the little... Go ahead to number 8. What's number 8? What's another missed story opportunity in Naruto?
I will say the article concedes the fact that Madara was better.
Madara was better, but he had become too invincible, and it was getting silly.
At number 8, in missed story opportunities, Guy's team doesn't get enough moments to shine.
Literally none.
Might
gets more... No, Might Guy.
Oh, Might Guy is Kakashi's rival.
His first name's Might.
Like All Might?
Yeah, kinda. I don't know why his name's Might. I forget. But yeah, Might Guy's team gets absolutely nothing. Might Guy himself gets more of a chance to shine than anyone in his team. And that sucks, because there's some cool members of Guy's team. I think it's like Team 9 or something.
The picture just shows 3 children, so...
Yeah, it's Rock Lee...
I was gonna say, this guy looks like Rock Lee's
Yeah, it's Rock Lee, Ten, and Neji, I believe. Mm-hmm. And Rock Lee gets dropping the weights. He gets that moment, and he gets Drunken Fist style against Kimimaro, which is another cool moment. We're getting close to like the boss fight stage of this.
Yeah, the music's kicking.
Yeah,
in.
the music's super kicking in. 1010 gets absolutely nothing. The most she gets is in filler arcs, and that's nothing.
That's not
And
what you want.
Neji gets to be a victim of eugenics.
God.
Yeah, he's part of like a branch family, and he's bred to serve the a character called Hinata, who's part of the same family, but she's part of like the noble part of them. Ah, the trap! No.
Do you get bitched by that trap again?
Yeah, move on to number 7.
The entirety of Naruto's several year training arc is skipped.
2 years, but yeah, that's fine.
No, it didn't say 7, it said several.
Oh, sorry.
I just fucked up.
Yeah, well that's when the time skip comes in. Because they're like, hey...
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, so Sasuke's with Orochimaru. Orochimaru's gonna get inside that boy and like steal his body,
Okay.
like possess him, but he can't do it for another 3 years because he had to do it as an emergency because he was dying from something the third Hokage did to him during their fight.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, so Orochimaru's plan was, I'll groom Sasuke into a really mighty warrior ninja and then steal his body in 3 years. And then time skip happens and he tries to do that and Sasuke bodies him in 5 seconds because he's gotten so strong.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so then they're like, oh hey, Naruto, you're also wanted by this group called the Akatsuki, who are like ninja terrorists, basically. We're gonna take you to train for 2.5 years or 3 years or whatever, and that's when the time skip comes in. And yeah, you don't get to see any of that, but I personally don't feel you necessarily needed to. You get enough arcs of Naruto training in Naruto. You get enough, like when he's learning the Rasengan, when he's learning the Rasen Shuriken, and all that business. Because again, Naruto can cheat when it comes to training arcs. Literally, the character's like, the characters say to him, you can cheat because you can use Shadow Clone Jutsu and make 1,000 of yourself. And their experiences and memories all go back into you when they disappear. So you can fit hundreds of hours of training into 1 hour.
That's bullshit.
By using all of your Shadow Clones and
Yeah.
stuff. So be alright, if Naruto applied himself, he would be the smartest, best, most capable ninja in the world. But except he is, but just by divine right of having the 9 tails in him, basically, because his daddy gave it to him. Not on purpose, but still.
We all know that one guy.
His dad, Naruto's dad's kind of cool, though.
No, I mean, we all know that one guy that, like, his dad got him the job and, like...
Yeah, it's shit. Accidental nepotism by trying to save the village. Oh, that's a nice little shortcut. I can do that. Okay, alright, number 6. We're not even halfway through this list. I am already shaking. Number 6. I'll balance out the karmic alignment of the universe and say a few things I like about Naruto when this list is done.
Number 6, Hinata and Naruto's relationship deserves more build-up.
Yep, super does. Kinda comes out of nowhere. It does a lot of Hinata going, oh, I've got a little crush on Naruto. When they're like 12 or 13 or whatever, she's like, oh, he's kind of cute, I've got a little crush on him.
Like all 12-year-olds do.
Yeah, and then it just kind of happens where she steps in to protect him from some of Pain's attacks. And it's like, it's because I love you, Naruto. And Naruto's like,
What?
thanks, I guess. Oh, not you again. Why won't you? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Oh, God. Oh, I'm running. I can't be him.
I thought you were chasing Bubble Man.
I'm running. I'm trying. Okay, yeah, so Hinata's relationship and Naruto's relationship doesn't get as much build-up as it really kind of needs.
You ready for number 5?
God, I hope that opens something cool. Yes, please.
Kakashi's father is built up as a powerful ninja, but never seen in action.
Absolutely never seen, yeah. It's just used the plot device for, like, Kakashi has a big old chip on his shoulder.
The 4th one could have been said about most anime.
Go ahead.
Most of the female characters don't live up to their potential.
Yeah, there's shonen anime for you.
Have you guys watched Sword Art Online?
Oh, to a lesser extent, Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
Or Naruto. Or Hero Academia. Christ.
Yeah,
there's a few girl characters in Hero Academia who could be really cool if they were given half a second to actually shine.
I'm scanning our anime shelf at the moment.
The most that I can remember off the top of my head is Uraraka having a match against Bakugo in the in the tournament arc.
And them kind of just deciding that she loses.
Yeah, it happens in kind of a cool way where it's like, oh, but she's like
her ult is still not good enough.
Yeah, she was doing super well, and everyone was like, Bakugo's taking her super seriously because he can tell she could body him. Oh!
It feels like female characters in Hero Academia are only allowed to do good against other female characters. This defined by a moment in, I believe, the most recent season, season 5, to come out in anime.
Where it does 1A versus 1B and the Hero Academia.
Yeah, arc. And in the 1A versus 1B arc, there is like the team fights, and the one specifically headed up by I can't remember her name.
What power?
Orange hair girl, big hand.
Oh, Kendo. No, Kendo, I think.
Yeah. And Momo.
Yeah, Yorozu.
Yeah, Yorozu. They have a really cool fight, and it's really cool. And it's really built up, but they only get to do it against each other.
Yeah, pretty much. Yorozu gets to strategize again. She gets to strategize against Aizawa once. She gets that.
Yeah, she does actually.
That's something. Because that's a whole, like, I'm having a crisis of conscience and confidence.
Because Aizawa's gonna kick my ass.
Yeah, Aizawa's gonna not fire me. What happens when you're in school? Expel.
Expel.
You get expelled.
I was gonna say exile, but that was
You get exiled from school. Oh, goddamn. Alright. Yeah.
Anyway.
What's next?
Number 3. Naruto's proper development into a suitable Hokage isn't shown.
No. Naruto is the least qualified person to be Hokage. Because Hokage should not just be who's the strongest in the village at the time. Because there's other shit the Hokage has to do. They have to be a leader of an entire village.
It's the leader. Leader does not necessarily mean strongest. Leader means the person who's going to do what's best for the village.
No, at the very least, Naruto doesn't just get handed it as of the end of the series. There's about a 10-year time skip where Kakashi is like an interim Hokage.
Which would make sense.
Yeah, he takes it for a bit, and then it's like, and then Naruto gets it eventually. When we get to the Boruto timeline, everyone's favorite timeline. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Naruto just got it because he was strongest. He's like Aldrich in DS3. He was the strongest thing around at the time, so they decided it was right for him to do the thing.
Naruto just doesn't eat people.
That we know of.
Well.
The Nine-Tailed Fox probably did.
Well, yeah. Are you ready for number 2?
I'm ready for number 2. We're getting near the end of this.
Kabuto, not of Pokemon.
No, I know Kabuto.
Could have simply had a redemption arc instead of trying to surpass Orochimaru.
Maybe.
I don't know enough details about this.
It would have shortened the Great Ninja War arc by like 100 chapters, because God knows that arc needs it, because the entire latter half of the manga is the Ninja War, and it's the worst arc in the thing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You don't want your final arc to be...
It's just kind of unnecessary. Really? Like,
Naruto
fights... Well, yeah, but like, Naruto fights Pain and has like his character thing. And Sasuke fights Itachi and has his character thing. Character arcs are concluded. And then, yeah, then they're like, we need a real big bad villain. It couldn't have just been that they do that and then Naruto and Sasuke settle their differences. Alright, what's number 1? Hit me.
Sasori is built up as a highly intriguing character, but killed off too quickly.
Oh, yeah. I remember Sasori of the Red Sand.
Akatsuki.
Akatsuki. Yeah, he's like some weird puppet user man. He's voiced by your boy. He's voiced by Johnny Young Bosch.
Which one is it?
He's the one with the red hair. The other one's the puppet in that picture.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
I do quite like Johnny Young Bosch. That is unfortunately mostly because of Kogeas.
Oh my god, I did it again.
Do you got hit by the trap?
Yeah, maybe I need to figure out how to level up in this damn game.
Maybe.
Right. Okay.
So that's the 10 missed story opportunities from Naruto.
Okay, as promised, I will say some nice things about shit.
About shit?
No. What the hell are you? Freaking Crystal Sage?
There's just guys all over the... It's like... cold pyromancy guy.
Yeah, kind of like Frostmancer. Coldomancer. Okay, I will say some nice things about Naruto. Kakashi is cool.
Kakashi's very cool.
Kakashi is a cool character. I like his look. I like his gimmick. I like his story. I like just everything he can do. He's got a cool aloof personality. He's a cool teacher. Weirdly enough, one of actually the more enjoyable story arcs is one of the first ones where they fight Zabuza and Haku. Because Zabuza and Haku are actually really good and genuinely have a very emotional and nicely closed off storyline that then gets done away with slightly because they get resurrected as zombies to fight on the villain team in the Ninja War arc. Oh yeah, they do that shit too. The Ninja War happens, and a bunch of zombies of dead characters from all the previous arcs get resurrected to take part.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, and all the Hokages come back, and it's like, oh, we're being possessed to do this, but now we get like Naruto dream match of like first Hokage versus Kakashi and stuff like that. It's one of those like, it's like a big fan servicey thing. It's like, oh look, oh no, yeah, and also Itachi comes back to life, so that him and Sasuke can team up and take down Kabuto. And they use their stands.
I'll say
because that's what the Sharingan can do eventually.
I'll say this about a lot of things. When it comes to shit like that, where you're just magically resurrecting people just so you can be like, look, that guy's back. Sure, fan service, whatever. I'm not gonna be like, you people can't have fan service. But I appreciate a well-told story so much more if there are stakes. And magical resurrection just shatters any stakes there ever was or ever has been, because I've played and seen a few things where magical resurrection's been brought in later as a bit of a gimme, as a, oh look, we can now bring this guy back.
Yeah.
And it's kind of ruined the story if they've tried to do more of it, and it's retroactively ruined the story previously, because you're like, oh, there's no stakes, magical resurrection's on the horizon.
Yeah, well, you can say Dragon Ball. To be fair, they introduced...
I wasn't even thinking about Dragon Ball.
At the very least, magical resurrection is pretty much always a concept in Dragon Ball.
Yeah. No, a lot of anime does it. A lot of TV. I don't want to just dunk on Marvel and Star Wars.
Comic books do that a lot. There's all those long-running jokes about comic books going like, oh yeah, characters don't stay dead because in 10 years they'll bring them back in issue 386 or whatever.
If you're telling a separate, different story, that's different.
Yeah,
but it's a different iteration.
But not like that. Like it just comes back.
Yeah, sometimes things have to end and characters have to die or characters have to be fully gone and have their arcs, because at the end of the day, characters usually die at the end of a character arc. Or just before the end of a character arc, where they're like charactered out to shit and that's it. And then when you try and bring them back, it's like, well, you just brought back a fully realized character. Like, they have no arc to have. They're just here to do things.
Or just like Superman, they're resurrected just to solve the problem.
Yeah, it feels very weak and very, if instead a character dies very early on in their character arc, and their dying and coming back is part of their character arc, though, that is different.
Yeah, if I guess it just comes down to how cheap it feels, in a sense. I have way more stuff to upgrade with.
It's to do with like the arcs and stuff like that, because yeah, if death and resurrection is part of the arc, like they then have to deal with that, that's fine. However, if you're just bringing them back to be like, hey look, this fully realized character that's had their arc and done all their shit, they're back to kick this one guy's ass so we can put him on the cover, that feels a bit cheap to me.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, there was that whole Marvel Comics rule of like, there are a few characters you don't resurrect. You don't resurrect Uncle Ben. I think it's Gwen Stacy is another one. Because I never do that. They did both those things.
Spider-Man?
They did both those things eventually anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Isn't there a comic where like Uncle Ben's like secretly evil or something like that?
Oh, probably. All I remember is the one where it comes about that Gwen Stacy secretly gave birth to twins because her and Norman Osborn were having an affair.
What?
Yeah, right. It's wild.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not good. Nobody likes that arc very much, as far as I can tell.
No.
Okay, so
Who was the third one?
Yeah, oh god, I don't remember. Honest to God, there was a weird rule, but all three of them were broken eventually.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got new armor. What's it? It's not as good as what I'm wearing, so I'm just gonna.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's how that goes. Damn. I'm bad at this.
You kill Fire Guy.
Yeah, I killed the Fire Guy. This game is. Hey, the Souls-like is quite difficult. Especially if you're an idiot. Like me.
It does pretty good at translating Souls to 2D, though, I will say.
Yeah, there's something. This game does definitely translate the feeling of Souls very well and accurately to 2D. Your opinions on how people's opinions on how it feels aside, like obviously you're allowed to feel like maybe you're allowed to say like maybe it doesn't feel as well, or like it's a little weirder.
Would you say?
I appreciate what they've done.
Would you say that Hollow Knight handles a bit better?
Yeah, because Hollow Knight isn't trying to be a Souls-like; it's a Metroidvania that happens to have a corpse run mechanic.
Yeah.
Basically, like
it has Souls-like in terms of like the story.
Oh, we've just gotten a new area.
Oh, thanks. We should have talked to this tree earlier.
We should have. Well, I should have known there was a tree up here that was gonna tell me about stuff. Time to just die, hopefully. No.
Wait, no, that guy. You can talk to that
Ah!
guy. Go back up. There's a grapple point.
I don't think I can reach it from here. Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. You're an Inquisitor, aren't you? Mage Bane rights and all? Yep, that's me. Oh, and he gave me an emote.
And he would have told you where that tree
Oh, he
was.
he told about the talking tree. Okay, that's fine, whatever. We'll take a little look at the new area before the episode ends. And then we'll see where we're at.
We'll call it.
Yeah, we'll call it. Just gotta find out to get back to that place.
It's down. Where the glowies are.
I don't know, it's the way I've usually been going for some reason. It's probably not the most optimal way, but...
Seems like the only way.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I came from the left side the first time. Bulgaran. Yeah, because this game does well. Yes, definitely got that feeling of Souls in a 2D environment, which is... It's impressive.
But it also feels like it's doing its own thing. There
Yeah.
are a lot of games that try to be Souls-like and just end up coming across a bit shit because they're not doing it as well as Dark Souls. This, at the very least, is trying to do its own thing.
Oh, damn, we're in Gerudo Valley. Sweet.
It's got
yeah,
a cool
that's
boss
about it.
mechanic. It's
Yeah,
got
it's cool.
own movement mechanic.
It's a little frustrating. I'm not vibing with the boss hunt, the chase down mechanic as much, but I
think
will
it's
admit,
interesting.
yeah, it's cool and interesting. I personally am not liking it a great deal, but definitely
might.
someone will like it. Yeah, and I mean, no accounting for taste and all that. Don't take my word for it.
Yeah, James likes shit games.
Yeah, no, I don't. Oh no.
Away.
What was this? A Bloodborne enemy?
Away!
Away! You plague-ridden rat! Alright, can't go that way.
Yeah, James likes shit games like Bloodborne.
I do really like Bloodborne, yeah.
Bloodborne's great.
I really like Bloodborne. Out of
really
all the
like
Souls games, Souls likes or whatever, Bloodborne might still be my favorite. Like, I played Elden Ring, I really liked Elden Ring. And I really like DS1, and I really like DS3, but Bloodborne's still probably my favorite. It was the first one I properly played all the way through, though, to be fair.
Yeah, no, DS1 will forever be my favorite. And I'm not even talking about DS1 Remastered, because I played it all the way back on the PS3.
Oof.
Yeah.
Sorry, actually, to be fair, the first time I played DS1, I played it on the PS3 as well. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, DS1 is a game that I have bought several times over. Once for PS3, twice for PS4, and once on PC and once on Switch. So I've bought various iterations of Dark Souls 1, 5 times.
Yeah.
Because I really love that game.
That's how it be. I've bought RE4 on several different versions, and so I've owned it or had a copy within my vicinity many times in my life, befitting of my favorite game of all time. which we will play eventually. Talk to me, yes? Speak for... That's the Lorax. Speak for the sand, rocks, trees, and creatures that cannot speak. Your type is strange, and your customs are strange. Your buildings are strange. You see that temple to the west? It's strange.
Fucking strange.
I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
You ever seen me without this bug on my face?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't fit in. I don't want to fit in. Riverdale's ending. Did you hear about that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, next season of Riverdale is going to be the last one. Super Eye Patch Wolf is distraught.
Oh no, I can imagine.
Yeah, seven seasons of Riverdale.
If you want to see a good dissection and breakdown of Riverdale...
Oh yeah, if we're going to keep recommending video essays, yeah, Super Eye Patch Wolf's Riverdale video is fantastic.
To be fair, Super Eye Patch Wolf in general.
Super Eye Patch Wolf videos, go watch them. There's a lot of good ones.
We've mentioned Berserk a few times in our early videos.
His video
he
on
does a
Berserk?
really good Berserk video. He
yeah,
has two of them.
Well, his most recent one especially was very good.
his most recent one.
Because of Miura's passing and him talking about the state of Berserk currently.
It's very respectful, but also just very informative.
A lot of why you should play Yakuza, why you should watch JoJo, why you should watch Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah, it's like recommendation videos almost.
Oh, he does one on Grapple Baki.
Oh, really?
Which I haven't watched, but I do want to watch because I want to experience more Baki. I keep saying I'll get round to watching more of the Netflix anime, but I don't.
Bucky.
My name's Bucky Harmon.
Oh yeah, he says Bucky Harmon.
Yeah, now Netflix could afford Troy Baker voice acting in their anime.
They're making the big bucks.
Yeah, they're making the big bucks on that dub. I know, Baki's cool and ridiculous, and I like what I know about Baki. I read the first 50 odd chapters of it. I got to a part where Baki's fighting a gorilla in the forest. His dad leaves him in a forest to fend for himself, like Spartan style.
Oh, is he gonna join the Kengan tournament?
Like in Kengan, yeah. Anyone learns a move by being left alone in a forest or on an island. To be fair, Full Metal Alchemist also does that.
Any time that like a character in Kengan gets introduced and it's like, what's his deal? And then someone like fills you in. It's he got left on an island to fend for himself, or he got left in the woods to fend for himself.
Yeah, it's like Mizuguchi Rei or whatever his name is. Like, he had to stay stuck still in the forest until he became so hungry and so thirsty, and he started to get hallucinations, and his mind, like a bolt of lightning, finally adjusted to the superior godly state he had attained for himself. Oh dear God! Oh dear God! And he achieved the power to be as fast as lightning with his punches, or some such nonsense.
Kengan's also pretty good.
Yeah, Kengan Ashura is worth it. Definitely reading it at the very least. The anime is not completed. It's not adapted the storyline, although they're doing another season of it near the end of this year, or probably next year.
Yeah, it's tournament anime, and they stopped the adaptation halfway through the tournament.
Like for the second match of the second round.
Oh yeah, not even.
The anime stopped. Well, I mean, people thought they were going to continue it. And now they are. They've confirmed Netflix. Well, unless they cancel it, because Netflix are enjoying doing that to their animation division in recent times. But I'd hope so. If not, if you can find Kengan Ashura to read somewhere online, because it's not got an official translation or print or publication, find it somewhere.
So yeah, pirate online.
It's a good manga to read. There's some neat art in it. There's some cool concepts for fighters, and it is just tournament arc the anime, but it's done in a. It doesn't try and take itself too seriously. I feel.
A lot of characters seem to realize that they're in tournament arc the anime.
Yeah, and they love it. They're super hype about being in tournament arc the anime.
Like the guy that's so good, his only losses are because he couldn't be asked to show up.
Yeah, he either overslept or he just didn't bother. And but when he's at his peak, oh god, it's like an Evil Within creature.
It is.
I don't like the hair. Oh god, I'm not strong enough to be here.
I don't like the anything.
Another fun thing Kengan Ashura does is that anyone I've talked to about it, they'll about a third of the way through ask anyone who's your least favorite character in Kengan, and they'll say the main character, because every other character they introduce is just so much more interesting.
Also, he's kind of an asshole for a bit.
Yeah, and then from the point the anime ends onwards, he starts improving, and then you reach a point where if you talk to anyone who's read about 80% of Kengan Ashura, they'll go, oh yeah, main character's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, it does that weird thing of you don't actually jive with the main character for a long time. Namely because he's an asshole, and also because there are just so many more other interesting people about.
With so many more interesting gimmicks. Yeah, there's a lot of uniqueness in the cast as well. Like, everyone's unique, they use a different fighting style, they have a different gimmick.
They all look very different, it's not just standard, like, bulky guys beating each other.
Yeah, there's a really cool David versus Goliath kind of fight right near the end of the first round that I quite like.
There's a really cool guy who's essentially a ballet dancer.
Yes.
And, like, all of their strength is, like, in their legs, and they'll just fucking
they can
annihilate
fling a kick that could annihilate somebody. Because they've got ballet dancer balance.
Yeah, it's not just punch. It's
No!
he's nipping at your
I'm
ankles.
fine, I'm fine. Just want to explore a bit more of this giant tree area.
It's fine. You don't have to.
It's fine. I'm just gonna grapple my way around. Gonna grapple a backy my way around. There we go. Forgot I have ranged weaponry. So to say. Yeah, and it goes into a bit of like psychology of fights, and every character gets their backstory at some point, and you'll get a cool moment. It has that JoJo style narrator where like a concept gets introduced and the narrator goes, Baji Quan is the Chinese martial art specializing in elbow strikes, punches, and kicks. And it goes into the whole thing. I mean, that's no recommendation for me. It's not the deepest, and most thought-provoking media in the world, but if you want to enjoy a few hours of your life, either read it from beginning to end, or watch it and then read it from about chapter 138, because that's where the anime ends.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good time.
It's got a killer opening.
It does have a killer opening. I hope second season keeps that up. That's a pretty killer ending, too.
Yeah.
Oh, and every character gets like a wrestling entrance theme.
Yes, they do.
Which is really hype. And there's a full album of those on Spotify.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they released it as a full album. There's an album that's the soundtrack, and there's an album that's just the
Can you use that
themes.
for your vampire campaign?
Oh, I wish I could. Well, I wish I could fit it in. There's one particular one that's particularly good that I want to fit in called The Emperor. But maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, Salt and Sacrifice.
Salt and Sacrifice is great. Naruto's not.
We took a look at it. It's good. There's a lot to enjoy here. It's a good translation of Souls-like combat. It feels a little stilted to me personally, but I'm sure someone can overcome the jank, and Souls games have a bit of jank in them anyway.
Yeah, someone who's better than us can play it and enjoy it.
Yeah, someone who's also not frothing at the mouth about Naruto plot
Madara
points.
Uchiha.
Yeah, goddamn Madara Uchiha.
But that'll be it for Salt and Sacrifice for now.
Yeah, this just a little mini series, give you a little taste, something that's a bit fresher and new. It came out 10th of May, so and it's available now. It's like, well, and
Not that expensive.
yeah, it's like £13 for us, so that's probably like 18.
It's on the PS4.
$18 to $20 on the PS5 in America.
Oh, we
maybe.
had the PS5.
Yeah, we're playing this on PS5.
Playing this on some kind of Sony creation.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you later with the next game we play. Bye for now.